Thomas the Tank Engine has lived to work on this branch line for many years and knows it very well. One day, he brought Annie and Clarabel to Elsbridge. "You know just where to stop, Thomas," laughed his driver. "You could almost manage it without me." Thomas had become conceited. He didn't realize his driver was joking as he left Elsbridge to head back to the shed at Ffarquhar. Later, he boasted the other engines about it. "My driver says I don't need him now." "Don't be so daft," snorted Percy. "I never go without my driver," said Toby earnestly. "I'd be frightened." "Pooh!" boasted Thomas. "I'm not scared." "You never dare." "I would then. You'll see." The next morning, the Firelighter came. Thomas drowsed comfortably as the warmth spread through his boiler. Percy and Toby were still asleep. Thomas suddenly remembered. "Silly stick-in-the-muds," he chuckled. "I'll show them. Driver said I could manage without him. I'll just go out, then I'll stop and wheesh. That'll make them jump, all right." Thomas thought he was being clever as his wheels began to turn as he started to leave the shed. But really he was moving because the Careless Cleaner had meddled with his controls. He sounded found his mistake. He tried to wheesh, but he couldn't. He tried to stop, but he couldn't. He could do that either. He just kept rolling along. He didn't dare to look what was coming next. There was the Stationmaster's house. The Stationmaster and his family were about to have breakfast. "Horrors!" cried Thomas, and shut his eyes. The house rocked, broken glass tinkled, plaster was everywhere, peppering the family's plates and eggs and ham and tableware. Thomas had collected a bush on his travels. He peered into the room through his leaves. He couldn't speak. The Stationmaster was surprised to see Thomas and his convertible entrance. His angry wife picked up her plate. "You miserable engine!" she scolded. "Just look what you've done to our breakfast. Now I shall have to cook some more." She banged the door. More plaster fell. This time it fell on Thomas. "Never mind our breakfast, my dear," laughed the Stationmaster meekly. "Looks like we're gonna call for help." Thomas felt depressed. Workmen propped up the house with strong poles and laid rails through the garden. Then the Scottish twin engines Donald and Douglas arrived. "Did it manage yourself, Thomas? We'll soon have you back on the rails." They laughed. Donald and Douglas, puffing hard, managed to haul Thomas back to safety. Bits of fencing, the bush, and a broken window frame prevented his front, which was badly twisted. The twins laughed and left him. Thomas was in disgrace. But there was worse to come. "You're in a lot of trouble, Thomas." "I know, sir. I'm sorry, sir." Thomas's voice was muffled behind his bush. "But I thought I could manage the line without my driver. He said so." Sir Topham Hatt laughed. "You shouldn't listen to your driver's joke too seriously, Thomas," he said at last. "Just so you know, I will send a cleaner who'll meddle with your controls packing while you go to the works to have your front end mended. It'll be a long job." "Yes, sir," faltered Thomas. "Meanwhile," said Sir Topham Hatt, "a diesel rail car will do your work." "A diesel, sir?" Thomas spluttered. "Yes, Thomas. Diesels always stay in their sheds until they are wanted, and don't take their driver's joke too seriously to end up gallivanting off to breakfast in Stationmaster's houses.